Get cracking here. Hey everybody, it's Rachel Youngson here from UsePLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. We are here with our weekly PLR Power Hour. This is where we all get together as a group. We talk about PLR, we ask questions, get resources. Some folks use this time to just carve an hour out of their week to work on their PLR, and that's totally great. And really, though, the biggest thing for us to do here is kind of connect as a group and just touch base and share our wins, share our businesses, share where we are, and just kind of have that community growth a little bit. So with our bundle that took place last week, which is really great, we had over 100 over 100 sales, but I don't know the actual stats right off the top of my head. I do know that most of them were upgrade sales, so that's pretty good. That speaks a lot to how much value people find in PLR training, which is really great, and of course is the focus of our community, so that works great. With so many new folks coming into our group, I believe we've had like roughly 50 in the last couple of weeks. I do want to take some time today and just kind of walk through everything. You know, when you jump into our group, it can kind of seem like a bit of a beast. And we have so many great things in the group that I don't want anything to get overlooked. So I thought that I'd take some time today and I'd share the screen and we'd go through everything so that if you're newer to the group, you know, this is where I go to find the people that I can outsource to. This is where I go to find PLR training on webinars. This is where I go to find, you know, XYZ. So we're going to do that. We're also going to show you how to log into the UsePLR site, just in case you've never done that before. And we'll do a quick rundown of the Whole Food PLR site, which is where I actually create PLR. That way you kind of have it and have an idea of what's going on there. So everyone who's on the call right now, welcome, my friends. Feel free, since you likely know what's going to be happening here, feel free to cut out early if you feel the need to. No worries. Of course, I love having you guys here, but I understand we're going to be doing a lot of touching back to different things so that we can make sure that our newer guests come in with the right footing. Okay, so to start off, I want to share our screen here. I want to say it's super exciting. Look at this. Okay, see? Super exciting to have so many people coming into our members group. We are now at like 538, which is really great because this is a group that isn't advertised other than me telling people about it. This isn't something that you'll see on Facebook. This isn't something that like in ads or anything else. It's not saying people can't mention it, but I don't actively try to get it mentioned. And so that makes me very honored when we have a number like this. So if you're newer to the group, the first thing that I want you to do is pay attention to the start post. It's right up here at the top when you first go into the group page. Now there's a lot of interesting things that we have here within the group. We have PLR accountability partners. Not everybody needs them, but some do. And if you need an accountability partner, we can hook you up with somebody so that you guys can kind of touch base on what PLR you're, not necessarily the actual PLR topic, but the PLR type that you're working with. Hey, I'm working with a PLR report right now, I'm working with this or that. How your goals are coming with that PLR and getting that set up and everything. And just kind of having that person to cheer you on and be accountable to. It's nice for the folks who have it, and some of them like really get a lot of value out of it. Not everybody chooses to participate in it, and that's totally okay too. We also have a thread for the outsourcers. So you'll see right here. If you need help in your business, we have a list of service providers. These are all service providers that I know, like, and trust. You'll hear me drop a lot of service provider names during these Power Hour replays as well. And the reason is because I know that it's really hard to find good help for your business. And when there's someone, especially someone in our own community, who is capable of giving you good service and many times with a discount because you are in that same community with us, then you need to know about that. You know, if it serves you, it serves you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I definitely like our service providers to be highlighted whenever possible, because they do a lot of great work, and the best way to build your business is to get other people to do a lot of the stuff you don't want to do. It's just the way it is. We also have, if you're looking for any certain type of PLR, we have a lot of great PLR sellers in this group. People like Trish Lindenmood from Kitchen Bloggers, Justin Popovic from Tools for Motivation, April Lamar, Erin Chandran, Barb Ling is here. She does some Dev and Barb coaching. She's really great with that. Connie Reagan Green is here. She doesn't do PLR, but she's another great coach. Jen Brockman from Planning Addicts. So we have a lot of product creators and PLR service providers. So any kind of PLR you're looking for, look right over here. If you're looking for a product creator, just feel free to tag me and let me know what you're looking for, and I can get you hooked up to whoever we have in the group who can assist. More PLR resources are right over here. So once you're here, after you go through the start thread, and some of these things are really important to you in the start menu, like for instance, we are very, very stingy with the links that you're allowed to post. We're very stingy with what you can post on the main screen because there are 500 members plus, and we don't want, for instance, if my friend Carol posts a link and I didn't know she was going to post the link and it's just sitting there, if I or my admins didn't actually approve that link, then that kind of leads for the potential of other folks thinking that they can just post their links. And something that can happen sometimes is people, not everyone, very few people, but some people use that as a way to showcase and highlight their businesses or their affiliate promotions and things like that. And with so many members, we want everyone to get an equal say and an equal opportunity to do that. So the best way to do that is to kind of keep it, to do that and to keep the visibility high, is to have individual posts, which you'll see Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays typically. These are check-in posts, and they'll say links welcome. And anytime you see something that says links welcome, if it's not an affiliate link, feel free to throw it in there. If you ever have something that you want to post into the group that has a link or talks about a specific training or anything like that, feel free to PM me before you actually put it out there. Many times I'll go ahead and approve it, and you can just say, hey, this is posted with Rachel's okay. And that way the rest of the group members know, hey, if I want to do the same thing, this is what I have to do. I at least have to go through Rach before I do this. It kind of keeps the group clean, which is what I really like. Basically, other than that, you know, don't be a jerk, be nice to people, all that good stuff. We're all adults though. Let's just act like adults. Which most of this group really does, which I'm really honored to say. I have seen groups where it doesn't happen that way, so I know that it's sadly something that needs to be said. So from your from the main discussion page, to find your past power hours, you'll go over here to the units section, and here you'll see everything broken down. We've been doing these power hours for roughly about 2 years now. Just shy of 2 years. So there's a lot of material in this unit section to cover. You know, you figure once a week roughly for an hour, that's a lot. So we've broken everything down here. If you are just looking for the general overview of things, then we have this section over here with our Q&A replays, and you'll find these are like the basic replays that we do that aren't specific to anything, but these conversations go everywhere. So for instance, it's not uncommon for us to start the day just checking in and asking questions and stuff, and then for the whole hour to take a turn, and maybe we get a new member and maybe they're asking about what the best way to create PLR videos or videos from PLR is. And then, you know, from there, then we start talking to Charlene, who makes videos for us a lot. And so, then the Power Hour itself isn't just about videos. It's just a regular Q&A, but it takes that turn. So you can find pretty much anything in these Q&As. They're all always worth listening to, especially if you are kind of just getting your feet wet with the whole PLR thing. Other than that, we have our first steps here, and these are very important because when you first get PLR, it can be very overwhelming. Obviously, it can be like oh my gosh, what do I do now? And the biggest thing I see a lot is people who buy PLR and then they don't have a plan to use it, or it's bought because it's on a special and it kind of sits on the hard drive, things like that. So these first steps are here to help with that. These first steps are here to kind of show you this is what you need to be focusing on. This is what in this beginning where you're kind of getting your feet wet and you're kind of learning to find your path and all that good stuff. This is the way to start tweaking that PLR and getting it to work for you. We also have setting up your business unit, which is all about the back ends and running a business. We talk a lot in our Power Hours about things like courting affiliates and having affiliates and affiliate programs. We talk about having a shopping cart and what to do before you actually are able to afford a shopping cart and all that good stuff. And so you'll see all of that in the setting up your business portion. And then, of course, changing your PLR format is huge, and it's probably the most popular unit that we have, because if you're in this group for any period of time, you will hear me say it so much that you'll just want to cry. I always say the easiest way to change your PLR is to change that PLR format. That means taking an article, turning it into a report, taking a report, turning it into checklists, taking checklists, turning it into videos, and you can do all of these things with all of these pieces of PLR that you have. So what you really come out with is this massive, massive amount of product from one single piece of PLR. But the really good thing about it is if you and I have the same piece of PLR, what are the odds that you have a report and I have a report and we're both taking that report and repurposing it into, let's say, a video training series? What are the odds of that? Pretty rare. So that's where the changing your PLR format unit comes in, because it kind of walks you through different ways that you can do that, and that boosts the uniqueness of your PLR totally, like by quantum leaps. It's leaps and bounds. It's great stuff. Sometimes we talk about passive income and the back end, and so we have a unit for that. And that's all about things that are going to bring you money consistently every month and how to make that work for you. And many people overlook the power of PLR when they're trying to set up that passive income strategy. So we talk a lot here about what PLR can do for passive income, whether it's your blog posts and how your blog is set up, or training sites, or creating a membership site, or using PLR in your coaching programs, anything like that. You're gonna find it in here. Sometimes we have very special PLR guests who talk about things that are so unique that they deserve their own unit. So these are our expert guests, and I'd say we have them every couple of months, and it's really nice because it doesn't just give you a different perspective from someone other than myself, but it also allows me to learn something and us as a group to kind of see things in a different way. So right now, this is taking your PLR offline. This was taught to us by Charles Terrence Harper. Really good piece of training, especially like if let's say you have an offline business and you have digital PLR, you'll learn a lot about how to make that PLR work in your offline business. This is great for people who do things like workshops at the library, who do any kind of private teaching, or I once knew somebody who did like little workshops for yoga and that kind of thing. Anything where you might have materials to go along with what you're saying, that those materials can come from PLR, and this is going to show you what you can do and all the things you can do. with that. And you can also sell some of these items too. So, I mean, there's really a lot that you can learn there. Sales pages is another big thing. We don't talk about it very much, but it's very important to know a little bit about. So we have a unit here just for those PLR sales pages, what to do with them, getting them into WordPress. Kate Rieger showed us Elementor, and that's this training, and that's a really great free tool that she walks us through here. The other thing is Trish Lindemood, my good friend from Kitchen Bloggers. She does recipe PLR. I have a lot of folks in this group who are centered around health and wellness and food and all that good stuff. Here you'll learn how to take those passions and turn your PLR into a business, a food-themed blog business, which is really great. Occasionally, we get asked about starting your own PLR business as a side stream of income. So we did an hour on that, and we, of course, are always open to doing more hours on that as the need is. Of course, this is a PLR using group, so we don't focus too much on this, but we do have the resources in this group if you need to or want to learn how to do that. PLR images, videos from your PLR, all great stuff. Growing your email list with PLR, and of course, marketing, huge part of any group or any product that you've got. I have to say, like, the success of our bundle, a lot of that came just from the marketing, just from making those strategic moves and talking to the people that were going to successfully help us to get the word out. Because ultimately, when we get the word out, then we grow this community, and growing this community all comes back to you and me. So that's so important. And every so often we have a bundle. So we have information on that here at the very last unit. We just did a bundle last week, so we're not going to see another one probably for 6 months, maybe a year. We'll see how my stress levels do. And then that'll kind of dictate. No, in all honesty, we'll see what the needs of the group are, and that will kind of help us to figure out where we're going to go with that. You should know that every Tuesday we have our power hours. This is like now, the replays are always in this units. And if you have any questions, you always tag me in the group. That's very important. Tag me in the group anytime. We have so many people in this group who do so many great different things. We have low content publishers, health and wellness folks, people who deal with senior citizens, people who deal with creating resumes and job searches. And I mean, there's just so many people and so many niches, hypnosis. And the great thing about this group is a lot of, I wouldn't say everyone, but I have seen people come together and form JV partnerships within the group because you and I work in the same niche, let's say, and we can serve each other and we can serve each other's communities. So now that's helping me and you both grow. And so that's a huge benefit of being in the group, and a huge benefit to really taking advantage of those Monday, Wednesday, Friday posts where you get to kind of say, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm working on, this is a link to me, because other people do see that, and they do reach out if they feel that there is a gap to be filled within their own community. So that's super important. I also wanted to take a quick second to show you our UsePLR site. And usually these power hours, I'm not just chatting like I am right now, like a crazy person, but I did want to make sure that I get everything covered for our newer folks. So basically, the UsePLR site is where you'll go and log in to get your bundle information if you came to us through that bundle. If you have any other products for UsePLR, this is where you're going to pick them up. You'll go to this main page, useplr.com, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll log in. Super simple. Account login. If you ever miss any of our emails or anything, we have a whole Did You Miss This section, and that kind of goes through everything that we talk about to our community on the daily. Well, not every day, but most days. So here is our account login, and then you just enter in your username and password that you used to sign up for UsePLR. You'll go in, then you'll see a list of your products on the left-hand side. And if you have any questions, email me, rachel@useplr.com. Super simple stuff. We also have our whole food PLR site, which I'm not going to talk too much about, but I do want you to know that it is here. It's where we create paleo products, whole food products, and basically anything dealing with overall health and wellness, but focus primarily on that paleo niche. So this is our site, and we have um, a lot of members who came to our into this group and things because of that site. That site actually gave birth to all of this other stuff. I had this one site talked about, or I had PLR here. People were buying it. They didn't know how to use it. They didn't know what to do after they bought it. And that kind of led the way to everything else. So that worked out really well. Now I should be able to, there we go. All right, thanks, Jen. Jen Brockman asks when our next paleo pack is launching. It is actually coming out like in the next, either this Friday or next Friday. It's actually all ready. We just need to make sure that all the back end stuff is prettied up and whatnot. So this Friday or next Friday, it's paleo pregnancy. There's going to be there is a journal, articles, report, social images, and a checklist with that. The journal itself, I absolutely love. It's got little footprints all over it, which I think is really cute. But keep an eye out for that. It's going to be launching at $27, but we'll have a coupon. So you, Jen, for instance, as an affiliate of ours, will have access to that coupon for your folks. And we'll, of course, be using that coupon with the group as well. I should also tell everyone that we've just finished the brainstorming for the follow-up pack. So after paleo pregnancy, towards the end of March, we're going to have paleo weddings coming out. And that's going to be super important because, of course, the summer is going to be hitting and wedding time will be here. So it'll be a great time to think about that. Jen called me a copycat because she just did a pregnancy. Jen Brockman, if you're into the pregnancy niche, Jen Brockman over at Planning Addicts has a really great pregnancy journal. And she's probably got something, yeah, she's got the wedding stuff too. So yeah, she inspires me. What can I say? No, but in all seriousness, you see, this is what we, for you newer folks, this is what we were talking about earlier, where you find these JV partnerships and that kind of thing. In all seriousness, I'm not taking anything from Jen. She's not taking anything from me. But if she has a member of her group who is into weddings, let's say, and I do a whole wedding PLR bundle on a different aspect of weddings, I'm doing like the health and the paleo and all that stuff, and she's focused on the wedding journal, well then that's pretty much an easy sale, right? So that's a great JV opportunity right there. And Jen says, and I offer writing, but she doesn't, and that's true. But that's also why she can pump things out so quickly. Like if you're on her list, you'll know she pushes products out like every week or every 2 weeks. That's why I'm just like every 4 or 5 or 20 weeks, I'm just like, here's a new product. But yeah, so that's essentially in a nutshell what we do here and who we are and who I am. I've been doing this for like 5 years at this point, with the whole UsePLR site. As far as the community, the Facebook group, that just came about last May. So we're actually getting ready to have our first birthday for that. And so, yeah, I mean, it's kind of evolving and things like that, but it's really a community where we offer support to each other. We can ask questions, we can learn things from each other. And more than anything, we can figure out what the heck to do with that darn PLR. I have so many people talk to me about, like, on the side and send me emails and things about how they have all of this PLR. It's kind of like stored. They don't know what to do with it once they have it. They don't know where to go from there. They don't know how to actually make money from this thing that they're spending money on. And the sales pages, when you go to buy that PLR, they tend to look really great. Like, and mine do it too. They it breaks everything down typically, and it says like this would cost like $3 billion to create, but you get it for only $27 today, you know, and it's so hard to pass up. But you do have a business at the end of the day. So you do need to be able to take that product that you bought and reclaim that money. So that's what we're focused on, is helping folks to do that. And Jen Brockman just said she kicked my butt into a group, and that is actually true. So the actual story behind the Facebook group is she came to me and she said, hey, you've got these power hours. I have a Facebook group of my own. Why don't you start throwing them up here so that my audience can see them? Hey, Greg, good to see you today, my friend. And so I said, okay, yeah, sure, let's do that. But then poor Jen's group started to get like all these videos and things, and it just kind of started to be a big thing. So I was like, oh, I'll just put my own group up, and you know, with Jen's help, I did. So it worked. So now we have a lot of folks who I think are in both groups at this point. Jen does anything planners and journal related. So thanks to say, everybody. Jen says, because you are such a celebrity. I know, and I'm humble and I'm modest, right? No worries, Greg. Greg says, sorry for being late. That's no problem at all, my friend. In fact, we're probably going to wrap early today, because today I just wanted to do a walkthrough for all of our newer members. Basically what we do and how to find things, like how to navigate the group and how to navigate those past replays of the power hours. So Jen says, yes, you are actually. This is the real reason why I do these power hours, honestly, is because sometimes I get people who boost my ego, and I really like that. It's great. And so like internally, I'm actually like a narcissist, I think, but externally, I pretend I'm not. I pretend I'm humble. So then I need these people to boost my ego. No, seriously, thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Jen says, am I your hype man? She's on a roll today, my friends. Yes, you are. You are one of them. Yes. Yes, Ms. Jen. So from here, I'll just say, if you have any questions, you always want to reach out to me, Rachel@UsePLR.com, or come to us in the group. We are a really great group. We help each other out, and we celebrate each other's wins, and we help each other through the struggles. Before we wrap up today, though, I did want to know, does anybody have any member wins they want to share, anything going on with your business you want to share, anything that you have for the group, any questions or anything like that? Please throw them in the chat box, and we will get to them. Also, while you guys are brainstorming that, I did want to make mention for those who are first timers to these replays and just listening to this, we do on these power hours share a lot with each other, and it's not, yes, I navigate the power hour. Yes, I host it, but many times we come together as a group and we share different thoughts and ideas, and I learn just as much as everybody else. And there are tools that I didn't know existed, and someone else will talk about it, and we're just really an open forum. We try to rely on each other. I always tell our clients that, you know, I don't have all the answers, but I have this really great group, and you know, we kind of figure it out together. And that's what I want. I don't really want like one person and everybody. I mean, I need to know as much about you as you know about me. Jen says, thank you for being down to earth. Jen, thank you for being my hype man. In all seriousness, thank you very much for talking me into the Facebook group. It worked out really well. Okay, so does anybody have anything they want to talk about before I wrap up? Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. I do think that we are going to move forward with these power hours with the understanding that we will stop at a half hour if we need to. For instance, if we run out of things to talk about, or if, for instance, I do my chattering, which we all know I'm really good at, but then we don't have anything else, any member wins or anything to go over, I think that we should I reserve the right for us to go ahead and wrap it a half hour. Just the point of these power hours to me is just so that we all have a chance to get together, and mainly so that everyone in the community knows that you have a place to go and talk what's going on through with someone else, with other people in the community, and you have a chance to get to know other people in the community and get to know me. So many times you get into onto lists or into groups, and there are so many great ones out there, but there are also ones where you're kind of like, who is this person? Like, I don't want to just be kind of a name that you see in posts. I want you to feel like you know who I am. And I think that would, like, doing that helps all of us, really. Greg says, so are they going to be renamed Power Half Hour? Good question, Greg. I don't know. In all honesty, I'm going to see what my business coach has to say about that, because whenever I make big decisions, I like to get feedback. I'm going to check with my team too and see what they think. It's just because sometimes I find myself like jumping the gun and doing things one way, and then I think about it, or I get a second set of eyes, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should have done it the other way. And then I have to redo things, and then I just get cranky. I really like the thought of Power Hour, but I don't know. Do you guys have any preferences? Like, do you have any preference between Power Hour and Power Half Hour? Feel free to let me know, because this is not just my group. This is our group. Okay, so it looks like everybody's good for today. All right, my friends. So I will see you in the group. We have our UsePLR for passive income is coming out, I'd say end of this week or maybe beginning of next week. We'll see. And then, of course, we have paleo pregnancy coming out after that. So stay tuned for those fun things. And let me know if I can do anything for you. Jen says Power Hour has a ring to it, and Greg says Power Hour. Yeah, I like that too. And then, if we only go a half hour, we only go a half hour. I want everyone to feel like they have a chance to check in and just get FaceTime. And, a community of 500 members, it's hard sometimes for people to feel like they can stand out. And I really want everyone to feel like they can stand out and talk to me directly or talk to other community members directly. So, but in the same sense, I mean, if we don't have anything to talk about, how well am I serving people after that, 30, 45-minute mark where, everything's been said? So I don't know. Carol has something to share. How did I not know that? Carol, do you have something to share, my friend? My Lord. I'm going to unmute you, sweetheart. Hey, Miss Carol, how are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Greg, because I didn't realize.
I just wanted to share that I completed a 7-part e-course that is basically to help build my list, but it's all based on putting together a bunch of PLR stuff, and it's about getting started with journaling.
Way to go, Carol.
So I have this e-course, and I'm hoping to get some more signups. And
You want to give me a link?
I have the opt-in link.
Perfect. What I'll do is I will put it in the resource section of the group, and I will also put it in the in our newsletter. I don't know if tomorrow's is scheduled yet or not, but tomorrow's or Thursdays, they'll go out. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Jen says, I'm hyping Carol now too. Jen says, go Carol, go Carol. Because Jen, of course, is our resident PLR journal creator. So,
right.
She knows much better than I do the power of those journals that you're creating. And I think that teaching folks how to get started in journals is such a great thing to do. I think it's learning.
So overwhelming to some people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to spill my guts, and that's all their image of journaling is. Or they just don't know the options. So that's what I'm trying to break down.
Another thing, since you're teaching people how to journal, is Jen has her printables design school. So if you go over to planning at it, her printables design school,
Oh.
So maybe that would be a good back end offer for you to earn
Hmm.
some affiliate commissions. Um,
Mm,
just a thought,
yeah.
but you can find that affiliate information over on that Plan Addicts site.
Hmm.
Jen says it takes a different set of skills for some to learn the tools. It really does. It's
Yeah.
very true. But they're so powerful. Like, I'm thinking, like, how have I not heard about this, or how have I not taken action on journaling? Just because I see so much power behind it. When I'm talking to, for instance, one of my coaching clients does this stuff on Etsy and that kind of thing, and I'm like, wow, once you get your website set up and you link to your own stuff that's relevant to that website, then you've got products on your site, you've got products over here. I mean, it's so cool. But definitely down the road, that's one of the ways that I want to diversify my income. Jen says she has several blog posts also about using journals.
Yeah.
So it's also another great way to kind of get people around, give them more information. But yeah, there's anything that Jen does is typically is a good converter for me, at least. And my audience isn't even journaling.
Hmm.
So if it suits you, if you feel like you want to do it, I definitely think it'll be kind of an easy way for you to take that audience that's already captured
Hmm.
and give them even more. Um,
Great.
so uh, thank you for sharing, Carol. I will be sure to get that link taken care of. And like someone else said, woohoo, woohoo, Carol. That's really great news. I'm so proud of you. That's a
Thank-
really great win. Now that you've got it forever. So that's wonderful.
Thanks.
Um, did you have anything else you wanted to share with us, my friend?
No.
I'm so happy for you. I cannot wait to see how this does. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear maybe next week how things are going with this, because I think this is wonderful. And I'm so proud of you for doing this.
It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I really hype it. I'm taking off for a week to be with a sick friend in Minneapolis, so I'm not going to get a lot of this done. But
Understood. Understood. That's one of the beauties of our jobs, right? We have that flexibility to do that. Um, Now, I should ask you, I guess, is this ready for me to promote, or
Mhm.
would you rather me hold off?
No, it's fine.
Okay,
It's
cool.
great.
Okay, great, great. All right then. Does anybody else have anything they want to chat about before we wrap up? And again, Carol, I'm really sorry I didn't see you. Thank you. Thankfully Greg is more observant than I am. My friend, I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute. All right, folks. Well, that's it for today. That's the wrap. We will have a link for Carol's journaling instructions on the replay here. So that's another great thing about coming to these power hours is when you give a shout out to what you're doing or your business, we automatically give you that link love. We put it in the group, typically put it in our email, and it also sits on our blog because we put all of our emails in our blog and on our YouTube video. So we have had some folks say that all that does help them to get some traffic, which is really good. Help spread the word about your stuff. All right, guys. See you next week. Have a great week. Ask me questions if you need anything. Do great things. Have fun, whatever you're doing. Take care, everyone. Bye, Carol.